Is your Kaidi table experiencing issues? This video will be going through some general troubleshooting and then steps for specific error codes. For any help with replacements or warranty claims, please contact Kaidi support at 616-546-1950 or visit us at kaidiofficeusa.com. Initializing. Initializing is a common troubleshooting element that resets the table. Initializing can resolve many common errors. Simultaneously, press and hold the up and down buttons. The table will begin to descend at half the speed of normal operation. Do not release the buttons. Continue pressing the up and down buttons. The table will descend to its lowest position and then rebound slightly. This rebound indicates that the base is initialized. You may now release the up and down buttons. If initialization has not resolved your table's issues and an error code is still present on the handset digital display, let's try using specific troubleshooting steps. Jump forward to these timestamps to resolve your specific error code. E01 column malfunction. Lifting columns and control box are disconnected. Check the cable connection between the lifting columns and control box. If the connections are loose, reconnect and be sure that the end connectors are snug and fully seated. Run the initialization process. Jump back to 050 for the initializing steps. If damage is found on the cable connector or the control box, they will need to be replaced. E02 too frequent operation. Excessive, continuous lifting for 5 minutes. Simply allow the base to rest for a minimum of 10 minutes. E03 table overloaded. The weight on the base is heavier than recommended. Remove weight and try to operate as normal. Some instances may cause the error code to persist. You may also wish to verify that the table appears level and normal. If the E03 error remains, run the initialization process. Jump back to 050 for initializing steps. E04 data error. Initialization data from the lifting column is interrupted. Simply run the initialization process. Jump to 050 for initialization steps. E05 handset button is stuck. A button is stuck, causing the digital readout screen to continually show the same info for over 30 seconds. Find the affected button. Try pressing the button several times to loosen or reseat. If the button does not become free, replace the handset by contacting Kaidi support. E06 communication interrupted. Communication between the handset and the control box is interrupted. Disconnect and reinstall the handset cable to the control box, assuring that the end connector is fully seated and secured with the built-in connector clip. If the connector will not fully seat and clip into the control box, determine if the handset connector or the control box receptor is damaged. Replace damaged item by contacting Kaidi support. E07, height setting, set too small. The height readout of the table was incorrectly set. Height value displayed on the handset must be larger than the minimum height of the column. Run the initialization process. Jump back to 050 for initializing steps. Afterwards, come back to this section to continue with additional steps for troubleshooting error code 7. Initialization steps should have reset the settings. If the table is still unable to operate properly, we will take additional steps and change some settings. The table should now be at its lowest point. Let's reset the height setting to match. Simultaneously, press and hold the S and up buttons for approximately 3 seconds. The first digit will begin to blink. With the first digit active, use the up or down buttons to set this number to 0, the current height of the table. Press the S button. The second digit will begin to blink. Again, use the up or down buttons to set this digit to 0, the current height of the table. Again, press the S button. The third and last digit will begin to blink. Finally, use the up or down buttons to set this digit to 0, the current height of the table. For the final time, press the S button to apply the settings and exit the menu. Height readout programming is complete. The table should now operate normally. If the E07 error persists, contact Kaidi support to replace the lifting column. E08, lifting column motor short circuit. There is probably a damaged motor cable or lifting column motor. Check the cables that lead from the control box to the lifting columns. See if there is any visible damage. If visible damage is observed, the affected cable will need to be replaced. Contact Kaidi support. If no damage was observed, there may be damage to the motor inside the lifting column. The whole column may need to be replaced. Try to run the initialization process. If the E08 error remains, contact Kaidi support to replace the control box. Jump to 050 for initializing steps. E09, Hall signal interference. Hall signal sensor has noticed a problem with the lifting column operation. Run the initialization process. If the E09 error remains, contact Kaidi support to replace the lifting column. Jump to 050 for initializing steps. E10, control box error. There may be a malfunction occurring inside the control box. Disconnect the control box from the power source and allow it to rest for a minimum of 2 minutes. Now, plug the base back into the power source and run the initialization process. If the E10 error remains, contact Kaidi support to replace the control box. Jump to 050 for initializing steps. E11 power adapter failure. There may be a power malfunction occurring inside the control box. Disconnect the control box from the power source and allow it to rest for a minimum of 5 minutes. Now, plug the base back into the power source and run the initialization process. If the E11 error remains, contact Kaidi support to replace the control box. Jump to 050 for initializing steps. E12 Gyroscope sensor malfunction. The gyroscope sensor may be malfunctioning. Check to ensure that the control box is tightly secured to the bottom side of the tabletop. Disconnect the control box from the power source and allow it to rest for a minimum of 2 minutes. As you wait, check above and below the table for anything that may obstruct the operation. Now, plug the base back into the power source and run the initialization process. If the E12 error remains, contact Kaidi support to replace the control box. Jump back to 050 for initializing steps. If these steps were not able to resolve your problems, let's work together to get things back in shape. Call us at 616-546-1950 or visit us at KaidiOfficeUSA.com for help with replacement parts.